Guys, it is Friday evening, and I thought I would just turn on the camera and make something out of these envelopes that I thrifted. There was a pack for 50 cents, and it's got quite a few in it. I suppose there was, it says 25, and it was not sealed. It was sealed. So the other night, I sat here and made a couple things, so I would have some kind of a prototype, and I thought, oh, I'm going to just come out here and make some. This is what I did on this one. I decorated the top and just had it so that it, would close. I suppose you could glue it down. You could probably ultimately just turn it into a journal cover. Well, no, you couldn't because of these guys. But I'm thinking glue down or hinge it, whatever, right? So when you get 25 of them for 50 cents, you better make good. So this one, I'm going to leave it up like a pocket, and I think that I will glue this down on something and hinge it. Maybe I'll even put it in this journal. I don't know if it'll fit. This journal is getting everything handed to it. Oh no, it's too big. But I could do that and trim another one up to fit in there. So there's that. So, okay, so this was with the idea of hinging or cutting it off completely. So now let's just do one. So what did I say? I said something about making it a journal. So I think I will make it a journal. I think I'll get rid of this. Actually, I have never found my, I just put in an Amazon order too. I've never found my metal 12-inch ruler. I have an 18-inch, which is way too long to maneuver. I have this cheesy wood one. That works. It works. I'm going to throw that away. I'm not saving that. So what have I been doing today? I cleaned 2 houses. My grandson's girlfriend helped. I think I mentioned that she was going to do that. So I told her, I said, I think I will just, normally when I do a house, I have my area and my helper goes to her areas because they work with me. I have them often. I'm looking for something to ink on. Like for example, the house I have this coming Tuesday, it's every 2 weeks. It's a huge farmhouse. They're cowboy kind of people. He does the rodeo circuit with different things, but in the meantime, they have their professional jobs. They don't travel like they used to. They used to have, they still have the toy hauler, and they'd haul the horses and go to Oklahoma and participate in rodeos and all that stuff. I think he cuts cattle. I think his horse is a cutting horse. But anyway, regardless, I do the kitchen, the bathroom, the hallway, the office, the entry, and then I go upstairs and do the master bathroom and the kids' bathroom. So I do 3 bathrooms, and I do the laundry room. Anyway, and the other gal she has her area. She does the dining room, they have 2 dining rooms, and they have 2 living rooms. So she does the 2 dining rooms, the 2 living rooms, the little bar area, an entry that has a chair and a table in it. And then she goes upstairs and does the bedrooms. It works out because the kitchen takes quite a while. It's got a gas stove, and they take quite a bit of time to clean gas stoves. If you know, you know. It's a JennAir. It's a beautiful stainless JennAir. And the wall oven and the freaking stainless refrigerator that takes time because you think you've got it polished and you don't. It's for a client. It's not for yourself. So this is what I'm doing. I've got a pocket here. I don't like this. I think I'm going to remove it. I think it ultimately leaves a hole. So today I did 2 houses. I did a daughter's house, and then I did her mother's house. And it was the house of where I stay with the little dog, who is R.I.P. And then her daughter. Her daughter has 3 boys under the age of 6. And they both have beautiful homes. So the first one is a matter of picking up toys. Anyway, I took my son's girlfriend along, and I went into the living room, and we flipped the couch over. You know, you'd flip it so you can vacuum behind and see what's lurking, as in a toy tractor or whatever. You know what? If I'm going to add a string, I'm going to do that. What should I put? Let's put some kind of a tie. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have this handy. I have this handy. I have this paper. Jane Davenport is the artist I was trying to think of this morning when I said in that this morning's video, the artist from Watercolors from Australia. Jane Davenport's her name. I thought she was from England for a long time. I had a whole pad of her papers and a whole bunch of stuff of hers from Joann's. Maybe Michael's. One of those two. I don't frequent them, so see, it won't fit. That's why I haven't used that, because it just won't fit. So should we just do vintage and do this flower? Let's just do that. So I think I'm going to add it, and then I can put paper over it. I ordered glue today. I ordered my lights for my above where I want to do my photos. I say Etsy all the time, and I mean eBay. I'm going to be doing eBay with my vintage dishes and stuff. They're all going on sale. You know what? This isn't going to work on this side, because then I'll cover, it needs to be inside. Right? Right. And this is going to get some glue here. Do you follow me? Because if I put it there, it won't work. And it's going to have to be upside down. This is really wide. Well, that's okay. We're just going to take it as it is. This is from a rag, by the way. Then so I did the 2 houses, and I just kind of told her what to do, you know, like the wood blinds. I said, you have to go one by one and wipe the blinds down, and I showed her. So she did that. And then wiped the furniture down in the living room. And then when she got done doing that, I said, now you got to go back over that. The dust is wiped off. I had some orange glow. Oh, I have a sneeze. She has a beautiful wall of built-in bookshelves with a wood fireplace. It's walnut. I believe it's walnut. And she likes it to be like an orange glow or some type of a wood renewal product. And so I had her do that. There's a lot of picking up and laying down because it's collectible stuff, you know, like figurine things. And so she did that. She wiped the TV off and the TV stand. And wouldn't this be kind of cute? It's not my style. This paper is not my style, but it's kind of cute. You know, that might make a really fun journal. I think I'll do that. Boy, that is really outside of my comfort zone. This is 100% nothing I'll ever use. That's what you would collage over. I need a nice neutral. This is prettier. This is not so wild. This is wild. Which one do we like? Kind of like this one. So we did the 2 houses. I gave her some cash, and I sent her on her way. And she's waitressing tonight at a steakhouse. I said, you want to help me? Blah, 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 blah. And she goes, yeah, as long as I'm done by 4 o'clock for my next job. She's going to be a senior. I love her. I think my daughter-in-law's They're pretty serious already. He's a junior he's going into his junior year. She's going into her senior year. And I don't think anything about it because I've been there, done that with my boys. They all had girlfriends for 2 and 3 years, and then there was a breakup, and then there's tears, and da-da-da-da-da. Let's do the green. I'd really like pink, though, but I don't think pink with this. My granddaughter's giving up her crown tonight. She was Little Miss. Well, there's a local little festival, not in my town, the next town over, the town they live in. And she tried out for it last year. She didn't have to have a talent. It was just questions. And she was 8. And she won. I don't know. I suppose there were like maybe, I don't know how many little girls. And so if this goes this way, and she won. And so tonight, she has to pass her crown off to the next little girl. But she had some cute answers. They're like, what have you been doing this summer? And she is 100% daddy's girl, like bad. Like she gets up in the morning just to tell her dad bye. They're very close. They shoot guns together, set sights and target. And she's a big wrestler. She's big into wrestling. So he's like right on the sidelines. And when she gets choked out by, you're not supposed to choke them, but when she gets choked or when she loses, which is extremely rare. She wrestles boys too, by the way, because there's not very many little girls that wrestle. So 2 years ago when she wrestled, there were boys that would not wrestle her. And one time, one of them cried because she had a reputation. She's tough. She's really tough. And this last year, there were more girls in her age bracket and her weight. They go by weight. And she has, let's just put it this way, she has a wall full of medals. But he pays for her to be in the tournaments, and they drive a long ways. And she's been doing wrestling this summer. It's for free. The guy that trains the kids or works with them, he just does it because he loves it, and he loves this age group. Well, they do. There's 2 guys, and they don't get paid. It's nothing to do with the school or anything. It's just like the wrestling club. And they go on Sunday nights. I think it's every Sunday night she goes just to stay in practice. And no tournaments through the summer, just practice, just hanging out. And I think it's a really big sport in Iowa, really big sport. Some of the top wrestlers in the nation come out of Iowa State University. This way, there's some words on there, so we got to not be upside down. So she hands off her crown tonight. She's like, fishing with my dad and kayaking, shooting guns with my dad. She's got a lovely mother who I adore. But it's all about daddy with her, which is cute. I love to see girls have good, healthy relationships with their dad. They need men in their life. I think that, so many deadbeat parents and missing fathers, and let's not put it all on dads, though. I mean, I'm not trying to say that. Listen to me. Here I go. She's rambling again. I just think dads are important. There was this guy named Josh McDowell that wrote a book, and our church had it in their library. This is back when my daughter, who is 39, actually, she just turned 40. Good Lord. Does that make me feel old? It was in our church library when she was a little girl, and the book was about dads dating their daughters. Now, it sounds creepy, but it isn't. It just means be involved, okay? So do one-on-one things with your daughter. Like, one thing they do is there's this restaurant that's Italian, okay? So my granddaughter and my son, he takes her there. Like, if let's say he's going to go to like a Lowe's or something and get something, or a farm service supply and get something, and he's just going to run there. He'll take her, and they'll go, she calls it the spaghetti store, because she was little, and it was a new Italian restaurant, and she always ordered spaghetti. So I'd say, what'd you do? You know, she goes, my daddy and I went to the spaghetti store, and she's like 7. So that's what it means. It just means have a special moment with your daughter, just daddy, daughter. So they learn how to not look for the love and the affection of a man. Just think of this. Think of 13-year-old little girls. I'm saying this is sickening to me because they're so young. My daughter still played with her Barbie in her pool, her Barbie pool. It was as big as the card table. I think she still played with her Barbie at 10, 11 years old, her and her little girlfriends. Well, it's a different world now. And definitely no makeup or anything. But anyways, if you have a dad that you do things with, that takes time with you, you're not seeking men's approval and affection. I truly believe that that is true. And you don't have to go out and spend money and go out for spaghetti. Just maybe be out in the yard and say, let's plant some flowers. You want to help Dad dig a hole and plant some flowers? Or let's put a garden in, or whatever, just little things. I think this is going to be cute for scrap. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Oh, I could have made it a concertina, but I'm not going to. So I need a little piece in here to hide this. So we got that. Should I put some of this in it? No, I just can't do that hideous stuff. Okay. No, 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 no. Now I've got a song in my head. So that's what I did today. Yesterday I had a blast with my little granddaughter. It was so fun. And my 13-year-old granddaughter, who just turned 13, she was hanging out. She just sat on the couch with her phone. She doesn't get her phone very often, but they were at work. And I was there, so she had her phone, and she watches. She's really smart, and she knows like the longest word in any language and what it means. And I don't mean supercalifragilistic, that one. It's this other big long word. She has really weird. I'm like, how do you know all this weird stuff? But she watches. I don't think she watches. I think she listens. I don't know. True crime, not true crime. It's called Things You Should Know podcast. I think it's Things You Should Know. It's just facts stuff. And then she does listen to some of the murder ones. She's not dark and gory like that. I don't mean that, but she just likes things, like she likes knowledge. She doesn't do TikTok. She's not allowed TikTok. She's not allowed any apps. She has to ask for permission for her phone, which is good. I just got done watching a thing. Listen to me. I just go on and on and on. I just got done watching it right before I came on Instagram. This mom was, I don't know. So I want to type this and say, why was your daughter living with her grandma? But, it might be a better school location or something. But her daughter was 15. This just happened. Now, maybe it didn't happen. Maybe she's making a fake thing on Instagram to get attention. But she was really shaken. Her daughter's 15. She took off from her grandma's with her phone, her grandma's phone. She stole that and her ATM card or some card. And when the grandma figured out that her phone was gone, she called the cops and realized the card was gone. The daughter had been, maybe some of you saw this, talking to someone online, and they lured her to the border. This took place in, not Cave Creek, some Arizona city. One I know. Like I know Cave Creek, and it was one of those. So when they put out at all points, whatever, they shut down the entire border. The Border Patrol caught her there at the border. She was getting ready to cross. On the other side or at the border, whatever, there was a black pickup with 3 men in it, and they were cartel. And the plates and the truck was known cartel linked. And so the headline was something about AE enticed my daughter, but I'm like, okay, why was she living with grandma and blah, 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 and how did she get so much freedom on the internet? So how's this look, guys? So the outside's done. We got a pocket, and I made it look kind of cute. This isn't the prettiest stuff in the world. So now we got to do the inside. Let's see. I could do half and then put a pocket of something else on the bottom. How's that? I'll do that. So I came home sat in my chair, turned on my, uploaded my video, my today's video, because I didn't have time to do it this morning, and I didn't want to leave my phone. If I take it with me and upload, it just takes forever because it's using data, and it's just better when I'm at home and I have it on Wi-Fi. But anyway, so I came home and uploaded this morning's video and started watching, what's his name? I want to say Spaniard. He actually said how he got his nickname. It had to do with people called him Spaniard, I think in prison. And he said, I'm not a Spaniard, so we shortened it to Spaniard. What's his name? I talked about him. Anyway, I watched him. I watched a bunch of him. He went to Colombia. In the illegal cities that the people build, literally carve out the mountain in the city, the hills, and they build houses out of bricks or anything they can find. So much poverty, but drugs. So basically, he talked about how the cartel, back in Pablo Escobar days, how he ran the drug cartel and all the murders and everything that were happening. So the gangs of this city made agreements with the police that they would control all the killing and everything. So there's no killing anymore. So they divided the city up into districts. The government didn't do it. The gangs got together and did it and agreed on areas. Okay, so, and they police their own, but the drug dealing and everything goes on. Anyway, they agreed to let this, why can't I think of his name? I want to say Spaniard. Something. Anyway, I'm going to have to trim this up a little. He got to go into the hood and see, get the whereabouts about it, because it was previously Pablo Escobar and the drug cartels. It was his drug cartel and the communist government and blah, blah, blah. He explains it all. I'm just rambling. I'm going to go over this way a ways. So, I don't want to go all the way down. Well, I better get another paper on there then, huh? Better get your paper on there, girl. What am I going to do down there? I can let it dry. I need to come down more. So then I watched him in Ireland. Well, I quit. I've got to finish it, but he was in Scotland, Glasgow. Then he was going to his last city, country of where his family is from. His 4 grandparents all came from. One was Spain, one was Ireland, which is where he's on his way to, Limerick. He's on his way to Limerick. And he rode this ferry, okay? He got on the ferry. I can't think of the city. Boy, I sound like a lunatic. The ferry was stunning. It's like, I want to go there just to ride that ferry. It was huge. It was like a massive ship. It was huge, guys. And he rode it from Glasgow to, I don't know where, but he's on his way to Limerick. So he had an overnight somewhere. And he's walking the city. He's on his way to the Peace Wall, which, if you're my age, you remember the IRA and the bombings and everything. So he was giving his 2 cents about all that, which is all new to him. Not new to me because I'm old and I remember it. But anyway, I need a pocket here. So let's do a pocket of, I keep picking this up. It's just not me. I can't do it. Can't do it. Let's do, should we do vintage? because it's right here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, I really don't want to put this up. Okay. I have a little pile on the floor at my feet so that I have access. Oh, this is pretty. This is beautiful. I'm going to save this. I don't want to miss that. Happy baby. That's cute. This is all housekeeping stuff. Cooking. Oh, look at that Montgomery Ward oldest mail order. That's too big. I need something short. Let's go to the back. Maybe there's some ads. Oh, look at these girls. These have to come out. Oh, look at the aprons. I need an old lawn and garden type thing. I probably have one. Oh, look at them in their PJs. So I didn't go watching my granddaughter pass her crown off because it's about 90 degrees with 90% humidity. And all she's going to do, I don't want to sit there and watch a bunch of people's kids that I don't know talk about what they did this summer. A lot of them do chores. It's crazy. Gather eggs. I have chores. Now, maybe they were prompted to say that, but I honestly believe this farming community that a lot of those kids do have chores. Take the trash out even. Just simple things. I don't think this is my cup of tea here for this one. Oh, what's she doing? She's reaching for the stars. All right, that's out. Hold on. I'm going to go. Oh, wait. What's this? Should we do the same old thing, standby sheet music? Scale of G minor. Let's do that. So I'm going to fold this. I actually think I'll just fold it back on itself. And make a nice little pocket. That will work. Let's do that. I ordered some Barely Art glue. I ordered it's a pack of 3 for $9, 8 something. You can recharge them. They're light strips, and you just recharge them with like a phone. Your phone, oh, you know, your USB or whatever you call that thing. So I ordered those. I think I ordered something to go with my friend's, I'm turning around to look, die cut machine. She lent it to me, and she only has like 3 die cuts. She didn't use it. It's from her scrapbooking days. And I think I ordered a lacy floral thing. Because when I give it back to her, I want to give it back with some little gifts to it. She's like, I'm in no hurry. I don't use it. I cut this too short. Can you freaking believe that? What in the heck? We'll just put some lace there. What is wrong with you, girl? How about let's put some trim like this. There's always a repair method. So I'm going to go sit in my chair. Spano. No, it's not Spano. Oh, sorry. I'm spazzing out here trying to remember that guy's name. I've only been watching him for a week, like nonstop. It's called Obsessed. So I need it to be the length of this on each side. So about like that. If you wonder what I'm doing, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wait a minute. That's a pocket. Linda, what did you do? There. Oh, nothing. Never mind. You know what? This has to be trimmed, so I'm okay. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm okay. I'm really okay. I do need it right here. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. It's Saturday. What am I doing? I have nothing to do. My son and his friend are in Nebraska. They're on their way. He worked through all his lunch hours this week so that he could leave on Friday early. And I think it was 3.5 hours to get there. They're floating down the Nairobi River. Sounds like Africa, doesn't it? Niobrara. Corky probably knows that river. She's from Nebraska, but she's from way down a ways, so she may not. I pretty much have heard of all the rivers in Iowa. If somebody said, do you know where the blah, blah, blah river is, I'd probably go, yeah. So this is sticky. I'm going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to put a piece of paper on it because I did a blonde thing. So we'll just put it on there just because. So tomorrow's Saturday. Guess what I think I'll do? I banned myself from thrifting for the week, but we could call tomorrow Monday, and it could be the new week. Well, actually, we could call it Sunday because Sunday would be the new week. I just don't have anything to do. What am I going to do if I go thrifting? What I can do is say $10 and you're done. That's doable when you go thrifting. You could literally do that. I'm just going to go along the bottom with my glue because I don't really know how to judge the sides yet. Who is trying to get a hold of me? I bet my daughter-in-law's mad because I'm not there. Because I don't miss anything. It'll be, are you okay? Did you know, her name's Ilana. Did you know Ilana is at the fair? I'll say, no, I forgot. No, I won't say that. I'll say yes. I'm just tired. It's hot. So now we're going to go down this. Put that on. That looks cute. Now we're going to deal with this side because this has a swoopy in it. Because it's that shape of that pocket. You know what I mean? This. And that's just fine. I'm just going to say good enough. Could be one of my ladies telling me that the house looks great. I really appreciate you. They do that a lot. I get a lot of that. One of them, I had to clean the refrigerator in the basement because they thawed out meat and it got blood in it. And it went under the glass. I had to pull the glass out and wipe. I've never done a refrigerator for a client, so that's all I did. That's just that little bit. And I love her, so I would do it for her. How's this, guys? I'm going to quit. I just wanted to touch on some new little thing. Actually, I didn't fold this, so I think I might put a cut down this. I think that it might work better. Just a hair of a triangle, like that. And then on this side. See, just a sliver. Well, that one's more, so now it looks wonky. Quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead. There we go. Do you see what I'm talking about? This one has more of a curve. I like that. So anyway, they wanted to take off from Sioux Falls to get there because otherwise they were going to be putting a tent up in the dark by the time they got there. So he worked through his noon hours. He's a very focused young man. There we go, guys. I'm excited to decorate. Something's a little long here. Perfect. I bet it's my neighbor wanting me to come over. I know that is because her sister's here and I've never met her. So she's probably saying, come over. I want you to meet my sister, my Lisa, my thrift buddy. Never met her sister. Okay, I know that's who it is. I just remembered. I just realized these I made. These are cute. I made these out of. I made two. This I made them for to do a video with. So I'll be doing these. I'll leave these here. This would be cute tucked in here. Or this one. Okay, that's it, guys. Should we see if the bow is going to be cute? Then we'll put signature in there. I think I'll just make a plain signature and just have it be like a, you know, like a shopping list type thing or a notes with no vintage ads. Just a literal, what's going on here? Bro! I said that yesterday. My granddaughter told me I was too old to say that. Bruh. That's what I said. I said, bruh. She goes, Grandma, you're too old to do, what'd she call it language? Millennial, not millennial, something language. I said, what are you talking about? I haven't got your birthday present yet. You better stop being mean to me. You're too old to do something speak, which is millennial talk or something. How's that, guys? Good? Good enough. All from a little file folder. All right. I'm going to see who's messaging me. I know it's my neighbor. I'm going to upload this for tomorrow morning, Saturday. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for all the great comments. Oh, my God. I got 6 new subscribers this week. I think they're maybe coming over from, I don't know, maybe antiques. All right. Bye, guys.